All right, 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 all right. Welcome, my friends, to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your friend, your homie, your host, your guy, Arrington Gavin, coming to you on this awesome day. Hope your evening is going swell. Thank you for tuning into another great edition. This is, I believe, episode episode 127, possibly something like that. I've done so many, I lose count, to be honest. But hey, just always honored to take the time to chop it up with you, all my friends, for just another great conversation, keep you up to speed and up to date with new stories that are trending. We even discuss thought-provoking topics from the fields of politics, sports, pop culture, and so much more. All the above. The show, the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm losing my train of thought already. The Arrington Gavin Show comes to you with new episodes daily, Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. on WDJY 99.1 FM, straight talk out of the Metro Atlanta area. But you can also tune in digitally on all streaming and digital platforms to the Arrington Gavin Show, available wherever you get your podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that's iHeart, you name it, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, all podcast platforms. You can also tune into my YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. Do me a favor, subscribe, share, hit the like button, all that great stuff. Give us five stars if you're listening to us via podcast. You can also watch episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on demand on our brand TV. Again, that's our brand TV, available on Roku, Fire TV. It's a mobile app, whether you're an Android or iPhone user, or you can also tune in to ourbrandtv.com. Also, you can listen to this program online, WDJYFM.com as well, in addition to the radio airwave. So many ways you can tune to the show. If you're watching us right now, you see it scrolling down at the bottom. That gives you all of our details of how you can tune in, where you can tune in, all that good stuff. If you like the show, if you love the content that we bring, I truly appreciate it. Look, we have a Cash App down there. Feel free to donate anything. It could be $1, it could be 10 cents, 20 cents. It is my name, Arrington Gavin, Cash App, mainly to put more into this program. We are an independent grassroots program. We're not like the people with high expensive budgets that can afford all the right tools and capabilities, and you name it, can make me look like $1 million. So I truly appreciate those who have been tuning in since day one. We continue to grow, and we just have so much great stuff in store for you all. And I'm just excited to share all the great stuff we will be giving to you in the future, because we just want to give you great content, right? We want to help change the narrative when it comes to promoting positivity, right? Stuff that people want to discuss, stuff that people are interested in learning, because we want to have fun, but we also want to be informative. And I feel as though, like, when you get on these mainstream medias, they have an agenda. A lot of them do, and they share what they want to share you, right? They share the stuff that kind of almost brainwashes you in a sense, right? We get tired of seeing the same old stuff. So I try to jazz it up a little bit here and there. Again, pop culture, sports, entertainment, you name it. Politics. I am a political guy. I like politics, but I also love entertainment. I love to keep you well informed on all the above. So on today's show, we'll be discussing so much great stuff. Netflix is creating a venue, an entertainment venue that they're working on, happening in 2025. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about also a small town wins a lawsuit, small town in Alabama. Pretty interesting story. I'm going to talk a little more on that as well. Also, let's see what we have on the schedule. Actor Eric Dane. You probably remember him from the hit TV show Grey's Anatomy. He starred on there. His character, I think his nickname was Mick Steamy. Yes, getting a little hot in here. Mick Steamy. So he shares, he breaks his silence on why he was, quote unquote, fired from Grey's Anatomy. So that's going to be interesting. Also, I'll finish up talking about the Fourth Friday, as I mentioned yesterday on the previous program I meant. Um, they are it is in development. It is in the works, so I'm excited, but also hesitant at the same time. So we're talking about that as well. What else we're going to talk about? Oh, a viral sensation, the girl known as hauwk. That is me basically spitting, and I don't want to do it again, but for those who are listening, I said hauwk. So okay, so if you are into social media like that, you're probably wondering, okay, I've heard of this girl, she's going viral. Talk a little bit about her as well, and also get into a little more of the political stuff, right? um a viral moment that occurred with a CNN host cutting a Trump staffer off the air, ending that interview very quickly. So of course, people on the conservative side are joking and speaking and see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the crap I'm talking about. They're everything's again. It's a witch hunt. All right, it's a witch hunt. That's what it is. It's the mainstream. I feel like my Trump accent is really worsening up. I used to do better. Like, uh, it's all a witch hunt. All right, it's ridiculous. They're all against me. You hear me? You hear me? They're all against me. All right. So I used to do much better. I'm a little what's what I'm looking for? A little rusty. I need to practice it a little more. I'm a little rusty. But yes, y'all. So we got a lot of conversations happening. Also, if I have the time, HBCU, an HBCU school, Tennessee State is on the map. They have just started a hockey program, which I think is really, really dope. Because one thing, and I'll talk a little more in it, but just to kind of tease you a little bit, this is the very first, if I'm not mistaken, hockey program of a historical Black university, colleges and university, and there's tons of them in America. So I think this is a really, really big deal, and I can't wait to impact this story. But before we get going, I always, always, always have to acknowledge our awesome supporters of the Arrington Gavin show, like Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth is their slogan. It's an all-natural men's grooming line specializing in men's facial hair and skin care. 17 scented beard bombs, beard oils, conditioner shampoos, you name it, they have it at Rugged Evolution Beard Care. For more information, visit their website at www.ruggedevo.com. You can shop online. You can find them also available on Walmart, online, Amazon, Etsy, and WeBuyBlack.com. So there's so many avenues you can tune in and grab some amazing Rugged Evolution Beard Care products. We want to thank them for being a proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin show. Also, Ingenious Gin. That's right, Ingenious Gin is an amazing veteran-owned, Black-owned gin brand here for the gin connoisseurs, gin explorers out there. I highly recommend, and even if you're not a gin lover like that, please try it out. It might change him. It might change you into becoming a gin lover, because I myself was never my preference was always bourbon, whiskey, a little tequila here and there. But then I tried Ingenious Gin, and I'm like, whoa, this stuff is actually really smooth. So shout out to my good friends Reggie and Lawrence. They're co-owners of the Ingenious Gin, and it is awesome. Like I said, it's a very new twist and a very new spin to the original gin. If you're interested and want to add that to your shelf, I highly recommend go to some of your local spirit stores or ABC stores, depending on which state you are in, or you can just go online to www.ingeniusgin.com. Again, that's www.ingeniusgin.com. Make sure to drink responsibly, and make sure if you are 21 and over, yes, you are allowed to do it. If you're 21 and under, I highly do not. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you're breaking the law. All right. So 21 and older, and make sure please drink responsibly. Lastly, too, we want to shout out Mr. Bernardo Johnson, founder, owner of Bernardo's Men's Wear. That's right. He keeps you swagged out, business, casual, formal, you name it. He has amazing pieces, shoes, everything you need that can help take care of your style from head to toe. Okay, so if you happen to be in the Hampton Roads area, Go visit him, located in the MacArthur Mall on the first floor in the heart of downtown Norfolk. Or if you are not in the Hampton Roads area, no worries, because you can also shop online to his amazing store as well. All you have to do is just type in www.bernardosmenswear.com. That's www.bernardosmenswear.com. So, guys, look, we're going to do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere, my friends, because we got a lot to unpack today here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't change that dial.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
Alrighty, welcome back. All right, so as I mentioned before, Netflix is continuing to just grow and grow and grow and just really kind of like think outside the box. So recently it was announced that Netflix will be opening a entertainment venue starting in, I believe, 2025. For those who are watching right now, I'm gonna get this graphic up so you all can look at this. For those who are listening, bear with me. Let me see here. And I mean, what was your take when Netflix was like, you know, the whole chopping down on the whole sharing subscription thing, man? That was pissing a lot of people off, by the way. But hey, you know, they made so much money during that time, and they're like, hey, look, we got to make our money. It's business. So I understand as an entrepreneur. So check this out. So it says here, this reporter is actually on Netflix website. Netflix House will let you experience your favorite shows, movies in real life. The first two locations will be in Dallas and King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Alrighty, never heard of that. So never heard that city. Excuse me. So it says here, imagine waltzing into your partner to an orchestral cover of a Taylor Swift song on a replica of the Bridgerton set, and then walking around the corner to compete in the Glass Bridge Challenge from Squid Game. After pretending to fight for your life, you'll work up an appetite and want to get a bite. You see a nearby restaurant with food inspired by Netflix shows from around the world. The meal is memorable, but you still want to buy some Stranger Things merch. Luckily, there's a shop that sells the Hellfire Club t-shirt you've always wanted. Okay, so it says here the fan fever dream will soon become a reality with the opening of Netflix House, an experiential entertainment venue that will bring some of our most beloved titles to life, building on previous Netflix live experience for Bridgerton, Money Heist, Stranger Things, Squid Games, and Netflix Bites. Let's see here. Netflix will go one step further and create an unforgettable venue to explore your favorite Netflix stories and characters beyond the screen year round. Now, the first two locations will be at King of Prussia. Is that how it's pronounced? Prussia? In Pennsylvania, and Galleria, Dallas, in 2025. You know what? One thing I can say about this, guys, I think this is going to be a very dope thing. I think it's very lucrative of Netflix to do. But the interesting thing, here's the interesting thing. When you think about it, when Netflix was first created, Netflix was to what? Allow you to enjoy movies, TV shows, you name it, on your couch. Like, enjoy everything in your home, sitting on your couch in front of your TV, and preventing you from going out to a movie theater, buying popcorn, all that good stuff, and just enjoying it in the sake of your own home, right? So the interesting thing is, the more they grow, the more they're just finding new ways to make money. But it seems like almost like a mall or a theme park themed of all Netflix shows and movies, which will be very cool. I kid you not. But having it in multiple, eventually, I mean, they're having it in two cities right now, in 2 states. But if they continue to expand, I mean, is this like, like another King's Dominion, Disneyland kind of thing? Like, what is going to be the future plans? I'm curious. But I mean, I'm a Netflix fan. I love watching films on Netflix. I think I'm probably more of like a Max person, Max Peacock. But Netflix is obviously the mecca, right? People are all trying to compete with Netflix. And one of my good friends, matter of fact, my producer of one of my radio shows, he had said that literally it seems like all the streaming platforms, they kind of like, okay, this show is going to eventually finish after a certain amount of years, then it's going to move on to this streaming service. Okay, it's going to finish a few amount of years from here, then it's going to move on to this streaming service. It all varies. It really, they all vary. But hold on real quick. My lovely wife is texting me. Hold on real quick, my people. You gotta love her. You gotta love her. Shout out to my lovely queen. She was texting me like, "Hey, we gotta hit the gym." It's like I feel accomplished after I leave the gym, but it's getting there, y'all. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there is what makes it difficult, and it's a work in progress. Lord, it is a work in progress, and eating right too. Oh my gosh, I can eat trashy food 24/7 if I could, and not feel any effects from it. What was I saying? Okay, back to Netflix. So yeah, so this seems pretty interesting. I'm reading a little more on this article. It says here we've launched more than 50 experiences in 25 cities, and Netflix House represents the next generation of distinctive offerings. The venues will bring our beloved stories to life in a new era, new, ever-changing, and unexpected ways. I think it's interesting. I think it will be pretty I think it'll be pretty successful. I mean, the building alone, I mean, you see it right here on the screen for those who are watching. It's pretty impressive. I mean, it looks like a huge venue. I mean, huge entertainment venue. I think too it will be great because they have so many comedy specials, and they're starting to do a lot of live coverage things, whether it's comedy specials, boxing matches. I know they're signing a contract with the WWE to have Raw up there. Also, oh man, if I'm not mistaken, they're gonna have a hot dog eating competition on there pretty soon. Because remember, I was talking about in this program before, Joey Chestnut is banned from the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. So I think they're gonna have like a separate one just involving him and another competitive eater. Says here, okay, both Netflix houses will occupy former department store locations and span footprints of more than 100,000 square feet. Wow. Outside these expensive spaces, fans will be treated to some eye-popping sculptures and mural mashed up of characters from their favorite Netflix titles. I mean, this would be cool. I think it definitely looks like a somewhat of a new theme park kind of thing. But if it's strictly just entertainment, this and that, I think it will be very, very I think it's going to be very lucrative. I think they're going to make a lot of money. Netflix continues to change the narrative, and you think Netflix is done, and you think they're kind of steady. No, they keep on changing up and get more and more and more creative. So I think that's very interesting. I think that is quite interesting, if I might say, young man. Ooh, I wonder if they're gonna have because I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch Bridgerton, so I wouldn't find the Bridgerton theme interesting. I'm all about like crime based or I mean, I love comedy shows. That's really what I love, comedy shows. Ozark was my show. I don't know how you make I mean, that would be kind of a plain Jane looking theme place. I think they're more of the theatrical and stuff like that, like the film Pop Tart or Tart. Was it Pop Tart? It was something with Jerry Seinfeld when it was about Pop Tart. So maybe they'll have Pop Tarts around or something. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting. All right, y'all. Let me move on to our next story of the day. Um, okay, small town wins lawsuit. All right. So this small town, let me read a little more about this. Small Alabama town wins lawsuit allowing residents to vote for the first time in decades. Now, y'all know how important voting is to me, especially when it comes to politics, right? So, I mean, is obviously is always, involving politics. Well, voting can come all around, but mainly politics, right? So, I know so many people that obviously are pissed when it comes to who's elected in office, whether if it's your local, state, federal. Leadership is a tough position, and a lot of people feel that a lot of promises weren't being made, and they feel mistrusted, and they're like, hey, look, or excuse me, mistreated, and so they're like, bump that. Why even waste my time? Why waste my energy to go out and vote when I know all they're gonna do is just benefit their own personal gain and not worry about me, a simple citizen that's just trying to have a great living for myself and my family, or just myself as an individual. So I'm very, very passionate when it comes to voting, right? When it comes to issues you see going on in your area and stuff like that, we can't always be team complain. You have to, back it up. What are you going to do about it? You have to practice what you preach. So this article is reported by the Huffington Post. Yes, small black town wins lawsuit allowing residents to vote for the first time in decades. It says here, Patrick Braxton, the first black mayor in New Bern's history, will be reinstated. It says here, residents in a small Alabama town will be able to vote their own municipal elections for the first time in decades after a 4-year legal battle. Wow. A proposed settlement has been reached in the town's voting rights case, allowing New Bern's, a predominantly black town with 133 residents. Woo! Woo! Y'all talking about small town. Y'all talking about a small town. Goodness gracious. I mean, for one, I've been in small towns. I went to school in a small town, but I think that town at least had maybe about 2,000, less than that, possibly. I mean, it was a really small town, not a lot, maybe like a few street lights. It was a small town. Definitely a culture shock for me, but I mean, I enjoyed it, right? You gotta love those small towns. Small cute towns is not a lot of distraction there. You get to interact with people, because I'm a people person, so I always love to, anything I can do to help, get me involved with, making new friends, learning everybody and stuff like that. Even though you gotta be careful with small towns, because everybody know your business and people be nosy. You know what I mean? People be nosy, and I can't stand that. But it says here, okay, residents of the town of 133, okay, to hold its first legitimate elections in more than 60 years. Man, the town's next elections will be held in 2025. The settlement was filed June 21st and must be approved by U.S. District Judge Christy K. Du Bois. For decades, it says here, white officials appointed New Bern's mayor and council members in lieu of holding elections. Most residents weren't even aware that they were supposed to be elections for their positions. I mean, what in the world? This is just one of many examples of the country's longstanding racist practices that denied black folks the right to vote, said Lee Wong, a voting rights attorney with the Legal Defense Fund. It says here, Leah Wong, excuse me. It says here, white folks in this town essentially handed down the positions of power to one another. Throughout the decades, there were never any municipal elections held for mayor or town council. Black folks weren't even told how to get on the town council. Are you kidding me, y'all? Are you kidding me? Man. Now, this is 2024, okay? And we're still talking about it. So, again, I get sick and tired of when people say, why does it only have to be about race? Why does it always have to be about race? Why does race have to come into play? Why do you always have to bring race into this? Just shut up. Shut up, please. I can't stand when people. I can't stand it. Because best believe in conversations, race, gender, and sexuality are always gonna be factors involved in any. I mean, it really is. It really is. And I understand where it's like, okay, look, why do you have to bring it? Let's just get the root, the main root. Sometimes that involves the root of it. All right, I digress. Let me continue reading this. So it says here, Newborn is about an hour away from Selma, where civil rights activists were brutally attacked on the Edmund Pettus Bridge while marching for voting rights in 1965. The settlement will reinstate Patrick Braxton as the mayor of Newborn, the first black person to hold the position in the town's 170-year history. Capital B News has first reported about Braxton's fight. Braxton was the only candidate who filed qualifying paperwork with the county clerk in 2020. So he won the mayoral race by default. The incumbent Haywood Woody Stokes III hadn't even bothered to fill out the paperwork to run again. You hear this crap? Do you hear this? This man said, I ain't signing nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing because look, because ain't gonna be no debate, ain't gonna be this. They just gonna hand it to me. They're just gonna hand me the mayoral title, and I'm gonna be the town mayor. Says here, Haywood Stokes Jr., his father, okay, yes, his father has previously been mayor of the rural Black Belt town. So this was Haywood Woody Stokes III mentioning that. So after Braxton assumed office, he faced several obstacles. He discovered the locks to the town hall had been changed and that the town council had held a secret special election in which they simply re-elected themselves. I tell you, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. This is ridiculous. This is racism at its finest. This truly is racism. Man. This reminds me of like an episode of In the Heat of the Night. Y'all remember that show? In the Heat of the Night. See, I've been working. That was my show right there. That was my show. What made that show even more interesting was because so growing up, and I'm a young kid at heart. I'm only 29. I'm a young 29. I might look old because I work hard. I look old, but I work hard. That's why. But in the heat of the night, so I always grew up, hanging around the older people in my family. My grandmother, my great uncles, and I was pretty, mainly an only child. And so, I watched All in the Family, the Jeffersons, all those classic shows, and loved them. Sanford and Son, absolutely loved them. All in the Family was one of my favorite shows. So Archie Bunker, seeing him play a different role in the Heat of the Night, it blew my mind because I'm like, I'm busy hearing Archie Bunker say, his wife saying, what, how he always has this term, you're going berserk, oh look a place. I mean, like his New York accent was priceless, and then seeing him go to In the Heat of the Night, which was where did that take? Mississippi, maybe? I think that took place somewhere in Mississippi. I digress, but this whole story reminds me of an episode of In the Heat of the Night. Says here, let's see, elect themselves, they reappointed Stokes III as mayor of Newborn in 2021. He has been acting as a mayor ever since. There was no public notice announcing the special election. To the majority of residents didn't know about it, as the Legal Defense Fund noted in the lawsuit. Says here, let's see. Okay, this case matters so much because on its face, it sounds so absurd that this could happen. But we see it mirrored in different parts of society all the time, said Wong, explaining the dynamics that can lead to the blatant oh, I can't now say that word, blatant racial discriminatory of an entire community. Oh, excuse me, blatant racial disenfranchisement of an entire community. Even in the digital age, it's not until we challenge those conditions do we realize how much work is being done for other folks to keep it the way. So I say this again. This is a truly it's sad that this is going on, but I'm happy the fact that this small town wins a major lawsuit and they have a new mayor in town, and it's going to be some changes, if you know what I mean. It's going to be some changes. Now, even though the council members reelect themselves, I'm pretty sure now they can have some actual, legit elections. All right. It's predominantly predominantly black town. Hopefully they want to make it. They probably just gonna be like, hey, look, we want everybody black on here. All right. For years we didn't have nobody black. The whole council gonna be black. That's what we gonna make it. First rule. As your mayor, we're gonna try and get everybody black. It says here Braxton, who's the gonna be the new mayor and first African American mayor of the town, born in New Bern and described himself as a handyman for the community, hasn't been able to access town funds since Stokes was appointed as mayor 4 years ago. He has used his own money to provide residents with COVID-19 supplies, as well as host food drives and other events. Good for you, Mayor Braxton. I hope to, man, I want to try and get in contact with this gentleman and interview him on the show, because this will be a true honor to bring him on and to share more about the story. I'm going to try and make that happen. I'm going to talk with my my producers and see if we can try and contact him. But that is really awesome. I love that. I really love that. Y'all, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Your boys throat's getting a little dry, but when we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere and do not change that dial. All righty, y'all. Welcome back. So next story I wanted to bring up, because I didn't have a lot of time on the last show. Friday, the famous franchise series created by Ice Cube. We remember Friday, that starred Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, John Witherspoon, so many talented individuals. Tiny, who played Debo, and then you had Next Friday, which he then brought in Mike Epps. Oh my gosh, Uncle Elroy, man, I'm forgetting his name to save my life. But a talented cast. Kim Whitley was also in there. There's so many amazing individuals. So they then after that did Friday After Next, and that brought in Cat Williams. And now the wait is finally over, and this is confirmed by Ice Cube. Ice Cube confirmed recently that the fourth Friday movie is in the works. Now, it's always been back and forth because it had to be right. You know what I mean? And he had to make this this film right. So actually, what just happened to my he had to make this film right. The difficult thing I will say is I didn't think it was ever gonna happen, because after the passing of not one but two very key characters in the movie. John Witherspoon, who played Pops, right? Bang, 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 bang. Ooh, nobody go in that bathroom for about 35-45 minutes. Going to have to open a window. You know what I mean? Like, he was every time I go in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Eating all the it was priceless. It was priceless. His quotes in that, man. I remember one time it was a scene where Ice Cube was about to go out and he had a gun, and John Witherspoon's character Pop said, "Put up your fist. Put up your fists like this. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day." And I mean, that right there to me is a quote that nobody should forget, especially in our today's time, because, we live in a world where we're just a gun happy society. Now, I'm all for protecting your household. I'm all for protecting your household. But we are so pro Second Amendment in the United States. It's pretty bonkers. Like, other countries really look at us like, whoa, what's with all the guns, man? What's it? Chill. Like, why do you have so many? Like, seriously, it's pretty aggressive. But yeah, so what was I going? So John Witherspoon, he passed away. Tiny, who played Debo, who was the villainous role in there, you know, a man who bullied Ice Cube and stuff. So they were two prominent figures. Now, before that, when they were alive, it was always back and forth. Like, oh, rumor has it that they're going to be doing a Friday, you know, the fourth Friday. And the main thing was getting Chris Tucker on board, because Chris Tucker, he started to get more involved in his faith, and so he said he really doesn't want to do any films that, you know, that has swearing. I don't want to swear anymore. And let's be honest, First Friday, he cussed a lot in First Friday. So it was a lot of back and forth. So it says here, after 25 years later, Ice Cube says that yes, it is in the works. It says here the NWA alum recently shared an update on the long-awaited fourth installment of the Friday franchise, more than 20 years after the last sequel was released, as he develops a follow-up with Warner Brothers. We're working on it. We finally got some traction with Warner Brothers. Cube told Flavor Flav on his SiriusXM show, Flavor of the Week. I didn't know Flavor Flav had a show. They have a new leadership. My man Mike DeLuca, who used to be the new line when I first started, when I first did the First Friday and Players Club and all about the Benjamins, was there. So it says here, so he's running Warner Brothers now, and him and my man Michael Gruber was like, yo, what the F is going on with the Friday? Man, let's get this, you know, let's get this ish back online. So Ice Cube co-wrote the First Friday was in 95. Then starring and then after that, they did the sequel in 2000, Next Friday, and then 02 was Friday After Next. So yes, this is really a long-awaited way. As I mentioned, John Witherspoon had passed away. Tommy Tiny Lister passed away, and also Anthony AJ Johnson, who played Ezel, the one that said, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. I'm gonna sue you for 150,000. But you know, he was like the town drug, the town addict. But I mean, it was so many people involved in that film, and so it's very unfortunate that, you know, the passing with those individuals, key roles in this film. And so in that case, I will say I'm happy, but I'm on the fence about it, because you know how I feel about these sequels in these franchises, right? I truly believe 3 max is a good number to stop at. 3 is a good number. Now, possibly make it into like a TV series, see how that might flow. But you know, I'm hoping it will be successful. I don't want to see it fail, but I have seen, again, long awaited sequels in things, and they flop bad. Now, especially in this case, you're losing key characters. There are key characters that won't be involved in this project, right? I mean, you still have Chris Tucker still here with us, Mike Epps still here with us, Cube is still here with us. You still have some characters. I mean, even Bernie Sanders, the late great Bernie Sanders. Bernie Max, Lord, Bernie Sanders. Excuse me, Lord, man. Bernie Mac was in the first one. He had a pretty memorable scene in the first one. So many people have, you know, passed on. So we will see. I'm very curious. We'll follow up more with this story about the new installment of the Fourth Friday. The Fourth Friday is in the works, confirmed by Ice Cube himself. He said, yes, it's in the works and is really getting some traction. So it will be interesting. Guys, all right. So next story of the day, I want to bring up this awesome story about Tennessee State breaking some barriers. Tennessee State University, HBCU, a historically black university, is debuting a hockey team. Let me see here. Show you this image right there. There we go. So says here the Tigers will play the 2025-2026 season, coach Abercrombie shows off sweaters. I don't know why this thing is moving like that. So it says here, Tennessee State University's men's hockey team has a coach and a player. Now it has a jersey. Coach Dante Abercrombie unveils the home blue jersey that the first hockey team in a historical black college, HBCU, will wear when it debuts for the 2025 and 2026 season. The design was shared on Friday at the 67th annual Tennessee State University Alumni Association convention at Nashville, at the Nashville campus. The team also showed off the jersey, a royal blue with a red and white striping across the sleeves and bottom of the sweater, large tiger logo on the front, and lowercase TSU on each arm on social media. The coach, a 37-year-old Washington, D.C. native, was named TSU's coach in April. An alum of the Fort DuPont Ice Hockey Club, a hockey is the everyone affiliate. Abercrombie has coached for Stevenson University, a NCAA Division III school near Baltimore, and the Washington Little Capitals. He also has been a coaching development associate or guest coach for the San Jose Sharks, Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Arizona Coyotes. Forward Xavier Abel became the first player to commit to TSU's hockey program in January when he transferred to the university from Drury University in Springfield, Missouri, where he played for its American Collegiate Hockey Association Division II team. With the new TSU jersey in hand, Abercrombie is hitting the road to recruit more players, including a stop to Toronto in July 2nd at the annual Black Hockey Summit hosted by Hockey Equality, a nonprofit organization chaired by retired NHL forward Anthony Stewart. Y'all, I think this is awesome news. I think this is dope news. I can't wait. One of my best friends played hockey. He was a black guy. He was also the only black guy, if I can recall, at the time when I started watching hockey on his team. Really took it far. He still plays, but he was playing competitive until he was like 20, from a kid until he was like 21, 22. I have another good friend of mine who actually had some opportunities to play professional. And in certain areas, I mean, hockey is still very foreign to the black community, to the black culture. If you watch hockey right now, you don't see a lot of African Americans up there. There are some well-known and a lot of black hockey players there, and that is on it, but you have to, it all comes back down to why is hockey so foreign to the black community. The first thing I can think of is cost. The equipment costs a lot, and it's also a huge commitment too when it comes to cost, because you're talking about traveling from places far away, around the US and even, across Canada, right? So all the traveling, the practices, the commitment, it takes a lot, man. And that's actually a conversation we're going to be having on the show later on, working on a few specials and special forums on the program that we want to do here on the program. So it's so much stuff to discuss, but I just want to share, kudos and shout out to Tennessee State University for making this happen. This is awesome news. It's growth. And what I love to see is nothing but growth. And it's also another key thing I love to share, changing the narrative. This is changing the narrative. I remember a while back, Hampton University started a lacrosse program. Lacrosse was very foreign to the black community, which it shouldn't have been. But lacrosse is predominantly always at like Ivy League schools, Johns Hopkins, Johns Hopkins University. Is there NYU? No, does NYU have a lacrosse? I'm not sure. Princeton. They're mainly Ivy League schools. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but yes, lacrosse was still foreign. And to my knowledge, I don't know if there's a lot of HBCU lacrosse programs even after Hampton had had launched a debuted a lacrosse program. So my other question would be, now are other HBCU schools gonna follow this? Are they gonna start following behind TSU? Because they should. They really should. And I'm just speaking for my home town in Hampton Roads, Virginia, because we have a semi-pro hockey team. We have a traveling hockey team out here. A lot of people will move here just to play on those two squads. So it will make it easier because we have, I believe, 7 universities in the state of Virginia. 4 are close by. Let me see. 2. We have. Ooh, how many do we have? We have like 4, I think, HBCUs. We have Virginia State, Norfolk State, Hampton University, Virginia Union. I think just the 4. I think we just have 4 in the state of Virginia. So I just hope all schools continue to follow this, because this is some awesome news right here. Yeah, this is awesome news. So I'm liking it. I want to continue to follow up. I'm actually going to save this story because I think this is something I can always come back to. And yeah, kudos to to Tennessee State University. Might need I think I might try and see if I can grab me a jersey, man. That jersey look kind of dope. It's big, but it's dope. That'll be the first hockey jersey I've ever owned, to be honest. It would. I'm telling the truth. I don't think I have any hockey apparel at all. Let's see what we have going on next for you guys. Let's see hither. Let me get back into some politics. Yes. So, don't want to get into politics. How am I looking with time? Let me hold off on the politics. Let me talk about this this viral sensation real quick, known as the hauwk girl. And then I'll finish it off with a little bit of what I want to do right now. Now I'm getting my see if I want to what do I want to do. This is why, guys, it's always good to kind of pre-prep when it comes to producing and hosting a show. Yes. Let's do about that. Let's talk about her. All right, so let me bring up this quick video. And you're probably gonna be like, Arrington, what in the world are you sharing with me right now? So let me go ahead and bring this up. Let's see here. Okay, is it playing? No, okay, it's big. Just getting my soundbite ready for you guys. Just getting my soundbite ready. Bear with me. So you're probably wondering, okay, Arrington, what are you talking about? So the hauwk girl, over the past few days, social media says here. Ooh. Let me get a better article. Let me see here. Okay, so there's no doubt this is reported by TMZ about the hauwk girl sliding her way into social media fame, but she's not going Hollywood just yet. All right, so let me pause that, bring up this soundbite of why this girl is trending, which is pretty interesting because it just shows how, in my mind, is social media just desperate? Is it that desperate? Like, you can literally do anything to become famous on social media? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. And let me wait until this gets up for those who are watching. For those who are listening, I'm working on getting the sound bite because it's not long at all. Okay, here it is right here.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me? Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing.
I mean, woo! All I gotta say is that girl like to get a little nasty. Sound like that girl like to get just a little nasty. You heard that thing on that thing on that thing. You heard that? Ooh, Lord. Oh, that is hilarious. That is pretty funny. That's funny. But why viral sensations? So I'll read a little more about why she's so famous. So this report about TMZ. It says here, TMZ has learned stories about her getting a talent agency deal, or shall we say, overblown. The story has made the rounds early since Wednesday. Was that Haley Welch, better known as the moniker derived from her iconic Street interview, had reportedly signed with the United Talent Agency, but sources with direct knowledge tells us there's no such deal. Okay, so it says UTA, which reps everyone from Timothy Chalamet and Kevin Hart to Bad Bunny and Anderson Cooper, has not made the leap into repping viral to repping viral oral sex coaches, according to their sources, according to TMZ. So it says here, as for how the false story got out there, Haley has been the most talked about celeb, quote unquote celeb, of the week, thanks to her soundbite blowing up, no pun intended, the way it has. While she's not in Hollywood at this point, she does have a merch deal with the Tennessee-based hat company Fathead Threads. They're selling shirts, hats, and other merch with the phrase of the summer front and center. It says here, in case you've been under a rock, Haley went viral last week after her on the street interview hit the internet, where she very graphically recommended a special bedroom move involving yes, I'll just leave it at that, for ladies looking to drive their man wild. So even if you didn't know her, you definitely seen the phrase, and I ain't gonna say the phrase no more if you've been on social media platforms. So it says here, Howard Stern summed it up best by saying, it seems every other video he sees on Instagram related to her, before lamenting how her dad must feel now. I mean, she's a grown woman now. She's making her own decisions, but I mean, hey, it is, and plus, is her parents on social media too? I mean, only if someone shares it with them, but let that girl live, man. Let that girl live. Don't be surprised if she does get an agent in the near future that's just showbiz, but definitely not UTA. Has not repping her. But you know what? This phase will, as long as she's, she gets a trademark and all that stuff, she's gonna make her money. Because when it becomes a meme, when social media, starts airing it nonstop, I mean, you start can bring success for it. But then on that case, how is she gonna expand it? Right? Is she gonna be a so-called sex therapist now? Is she gonna be having sit-down conversations with couples on how they can sprucing up their bedroom? I spit all. Oh, pause. Never mind. Let me not say. Okay, Arrington, you are grow up, Arrington. Grow up. Jeez. But seriously though, like, what's gonna happen next? How's she gonna extend this fame, right? How's she gonna benefit? How's she gonna invest and grow this empire now she has? Think about it. Will she be having one-on-one interviews or a reality show or a game show? Like, what is OnlyFans gonna offer her some monumentous deal? I mean, it's going to be extremely interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But oh man, this is hilarious. This is very, very rich right here. This is very rich. What we're gonna do. I'm just this, people go viral for this craziest things, man. Craziest things. What we're gonna do right now? What the hell are we gonna do? Let's go. We have about a few minutes left. You know what I'm gonna save? I had some other stories I was gonna mention, but you know what? I think we're gonna be running out of time soon. So what's gonna happen is, y'all, I'm gonna end it on the hot tour girl. Okay, I'm gonna end it right. I'm gonna end it right there. So y'all, if y'all haven't heard about this this girl, please go on social media, and learn a little bit about her. Learn a little bit about her. This girl has merch that says Hot Tour 2024. Oh my goodness, this girl is. Oh my goodness, she said on that thing. Go ahead on that thing. She making money. She making that money. Yeah. So I bet you look, I bet you all the fellas know. They probably looking at their wives like, so you ever heard about this? You ever heard about this Hot Tour girl? You ever heard about her? She's quite an interesting person. She makes a good point. You should read up. You should read up on it. them old couples that been married for years and years, they probably like looking. Hey now, you hear about this? You hear about this girl? You hear about this Hot Tour girl? Yeah. That's gonna be the new conversation in the barbershop and everything, man. That is funny. That is hilarious. They're probably like annoyed with her at the salons, like, oh, did you hear about this girl? Goodness gracious. It's gonna be a debate everywhere. It's gonna be a conversation area, I guarantee it. But my friends, look, we are running out of time, but I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna share what I did not finish or go over today. We're gonna go on over the next show. But until then, my friends, y'all be sure to continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin show. I truly appreciate those who sit down and listen, or if you're driving right now, listening on WDJY 99.1 FM. I truly appreciate that. And drive safe out there, because we're a late night vibe show. We're a late night show. And but I just truly appreciate the support, and keep on sharing and all that great stuff. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate you. Do me a favor, subscribe, hit the like button to my YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. We have some great content there. I also host another show along with my good friends, comedian Ciroc Fox, also Queen Miss Michelle Young, called In Your City, where we talk about entertainment, you name it. We have fun. It's comedy talk, all that great stuff. Is very, very dope. We actually are finishing up our last year on our our last shows on a station in the Virginia area with that, and we're going digital right now, seeing where that goes, because that show is growing just as much as this one right here. So very honored, very excited, very busy man. But please be sure to tune in to the Arrington Gavin show on all digital and streaming platforms. Okay, new episodes drop Monday through Thursday on all digital and streaming platforms at 7 p.m. Wherever you get your wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as wherever you can watch. You can follow me on Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show, Facebook, you name it. Also, please continue to tune into if you are listening on the radio waves, tune into the show Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. on WDJY 99.1 FM, Straight Talk. Also on WDJYFM.com. That's right, WDJYFM.com. Until then, my friends, y'all take it easy, stay blessed. I'm out.